Hey beginners, let's belly up to the bar part 2. Hey, Paul Zagorski here, PZ Guitar, your virtual practice partner. So this is actually like the 4th time that I've tried to make this video, and each time I just keep introducing more and more theory and more stuff, and it gets longer and tedious. And today, just what you need to know. So let's practice bar chords, part 2. So stick around. So what do you need to know in order to do bar chords? Well, remember, in bar chord session number 1, we practiced making the bar. So we practiced just making the bar, making sure that every note rings out nice and true. And so now what we're going to try and do is we are going to practice actually forming some chords here. And I gave a quick introduction on bar chord practice number 1, but here's what you need to know on the screen. So the basics of what you need to know is you need to know the notes on the low E string and on the A string to at least fret 5. So that's an open E, 1st fret is an F, 3rd fret is a G, and 5th fret is an A. On the open A string, it's open A, 2nd fret is a B, C is on 3, and D is on 5. If you feel adventurous, go out to 7 and 8. So this is going to be an A, and a B is on 7, and a C is on 8. D is on 5 on the A string, and then it's E and F. But at least know the notes on the first 5 frets. That's number 1. Number 2, you need to know how to form the E-shaped and the A-shaped chords without using your index finger. What do I mean by that? The open E chord is open, 2, 2, 1, open, open. But you have to form it so that way this finger is free to do another job. Similarly, for the E minor, it's just those 2 fingers. But again, my index finger is free to move. For the open A chord, I prefer doing the mini bar. I talked about that on the first practice session. So for the open A chord, it's mute, open, 2, 2, 2, open. And again, my index finger is free to move about. For the A minor chord, you have to make it so that way your index finger is free to do other jobs, because it has a very important job. So those are the things that you have to know. You have to know the shapes of the E chord, the E minor chord, the shape of the A major and the A minor chord at a bare minimum. You just have to memorize them. You probably know them already, but you probably know them with a different set of fingers. For your E major, you probably use your index finger to form that chord on that G string. Well, you can't do that when you use a bar chord. You can't do it. So that's the number 1 thing that we're going to do. So now let's practice bar chords. So let's go to lab number 1. We're going to form the E major shape, and we're going to place it on the fretboard and take it off. And we're going to do it from the 1st fret, take it off, put it on the 2nd fret, take it off, put it on the 3rd, take it off to go to the 4, take it off, go to 5, and then put it back on 5, go to 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's going to be forming the chord as nicely, as quickly as you can, strumming it so that way it rings nice and true, taking it off and putting it back on. Yes, I know the deal about bar chords is I can just slide everything, but for a beginner, the tough part is actually forming the chord. So that's what this practice is going to be. So let's now form that first chord, that E major chord, E major shape on the 1st fret. 1st fret means that this is going to be an F. Take it off, put it on. Now form it and put it on the second fret. Where your second fret, where your bar is on the second fret. Take it off, put it on, go to the 3. Take it on, put it on 4. Take it on, put it on for 5. Take it off, put it back on 5 again. Now let's go back down to, let's go down the ladder. 3, 2, 1. Let's do that again. So let's put it on F major, put it back on F sharp major, put it back on G, put it back on, take it off, put it back on, and now we are G sharp, and now on to 5, A. Take it on, put it again, A flat or G sharp, G, G flat or F sharp, and take it off, F. So do that, go up and down 10 times. I'll see you in lab number 2. Lab number 2, we're just gonna fly through these things here. So lab number 2 is we're going to form the E minor shape, and we're gonna repeat that exercise, go from 1st fret all the way up to the 5th and back down again. E minor shape is, again, here's your E minor. So if I now put those 2 fingers on the 3rd fret and bar across the 1st, that's now F. This is now an F minor. Remember, here's major. Got it? Okay, let's do it. F minor. Take it on, put it back on, F sharp minor. G. G sharp. And now A minor. Put it back on. Nice, it sounds good. Take it off, put it back on. And then let's even finish on E minor. Excellent. Do that 10 times. Let's go to lab 3. Lab 3, just like labs 1 and 2, let's do the major chord, but let's do it on the A-shaped major. Okay, so remember, I'm going to be using what's called the mini bar, where I'm going to be flattening my ring finger. I'm going to flatten it. Hopefully the camera will pick this up, and it's going to flatten it from this knuckle out, and I'm going to bar 3 strings with that one finger, while I use this as the big bar. So let's start off with a B. So actually no, we don't start off with a B. We start off on the 1st fret. So let's bar the 1st fret. Do not mute that A string with the tip of this finger. Do not do that. Let this finger take care of that. Take it on, put it on. Off and on. Off and on. Off and on. Okay, back down the ladder. Up. You see what I did there? I did it intentionally, but I did not mute this. So you need to mute it with the tip of your index finger. That's a pro tip, because you can't mute with your thumb anymore, because you need to have your thumb align with your index finger in order to squeeze and to provide enough pressure to form the bar. We learned that in practice number 1, in bar number 1 practice. Off and on, off and on, off and on. Let's do that again. Off and on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, and on 5. And on 5 again. You may find that if you do that mini bar, this is perhaps the easiest formation of a bar chord, because there's fewer things to think about. And right now, you're probably being overloaded with making the chord shape. I've got to use different fingers. I have to bar the chord. There's a lot of things to think about. So that's why we do this nice and slow. We do this in chunks. So again, do lab 1, then do lab 2, When you get that down solid, do lab 3. Now I'll see you for lab number 4. Lab 4. You're probably going to guess what this is. It's going to be the A minor shape on all 5 frets. So A minor is this. So right now I'm muting the 6th string with my thumb because I can. But now let's form the bar. Take it on, take it off. Take it off, put it back on. 5. So do that practice offline, do that 10 times. So that's the practice here. So again, I'm flying through this here. I want to get a good practice session here. I'm going to put all this on the screen later on, so that way you can then copy this down or create a spreadsheet from this or screenshot the worksheet and keep it as a reference and practice. So let's go to lab number 5. Lab 5. Here's where things start getting interesting and good. Is we're going to do the 6th string major, the E major chord, and we're going to go to the 5th string A minor chord on the same fret. Okay, so what does that mean? So here is our major chord, E major, which is now on the 1st fret. That makes it an F. And now let's just move everybody down a string set, and that's now the A minor shape, which becomes a B flat major. So let's take it on, take it off. F, put it back on. Now let's move let's do the E major shape on 2. Take it off, put it on for A minor. Put it on. Now let's go make a G chord, the E major shape on 3, A minor shape on 3. Now let's do on 4, take it off, put it back on. Now let's do 5, it's now on. And now let's go back down. Actually, before we go back down, I want to emphasize that when you're going from the same fret, when you're going from major to minor or minor to major on the same fret, you don't have to release all the way and then go refine everything. You're 90% of the way there. So here's my A major shape. Here's my E major shape on 5, making it an A major. And I'm just going to move everybody down just a little bit. I'm going to just move it as little as I can. Okay, so back to the drill. Let's go back up towards the nut here. On 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Okay, let's go find our fourth fret. Let's go to 3. Let's go to 2. Let's go to 1 now. Okay, that was lab 5. I'll see you for lab number 6. Lab 6. So we're staying on the 6th string major, the E major shape, but this time we're going to go to the minor shape. We're going to go to 6th string major to 5th string major, major to major. So just as a quick review, here's your E major and your A minor, A major. So here, let's now form our E major shape, and we're going to go to A major. So it's major to major. Again, all I'm doing is, because I'm using that mini bar, I'm just rolling this finger down a little bit, clearing this finger, clearing this string with the tip of this finger. I think that makes it very easy to do. Let's go to 2nd fret. So major, major. Fret 3. Fret 4. Now 5. Take it off, give your fingers just a little bit of a rest. Let's find that 5th fret major chord. Ready? Here we go. Let's go back up towards the nut. Let's go to 4. Let's go to 3. Two. And now back to 1. I'll see you for lab 7. Just a sec. Here we are, lab number 7. Okay, so this time it's going to be minor to major. Minor to minor. We're going to do E minor shape to the A minor shape. So here we go. You ready? You know the shapes, you know the names, you know the frets, you know the notes on the frets. So here we go. So let's go to 2. You ready? Here we go. Up to 3, minor to minor. Up to 4, minor to minor. And now, 5th fret, I'm playing an A minor chord, but it's the E minor shape. Let's go this way. So let's play 4. Let's do number 4 here. Here we go, minor to minor. Three. Hands starting to get fatigued here. Here we go. So I bet you yours is too. So let's just take a quick little break here. Okay, we were on 2. And so now back to 1. I'll see you for the last lab number 8. Lab 8 and the final lab of this practice session. 6-string minor to 5-string major. This will be pretty easy. This will be easy, even though we are pre-fatigued with our squeezing of our hands and fretting with our fingers, or we're pre-fatigued. But this will be an easy transition. So again, I'm using the mini bar. So here we go. On 1. Let's go up to 2. Up to 3. 5. So let's do 5 again. 4. 2. And now back to 1. Hey, stick around for the recap. I got some tips for you. Hey everyone, thanks for sticking around. This is a hard drill. You know, it's very, very concentrated effort, and there's a lot of fatigue with this, but it's very, very important, and it's very beneficial. There's going to be at least 2 more bar chord drills to follow. So, but we are getting the rudiments down. So, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. Let me know what I'm doing, how I can help you. I'll make a lesson like this particular bar chord session is all about the response to one of my subscribers. You know, he asked. I'm trying to deliver. Although this particular lesson took so many tries at it because I kept on throwing in theory after theory after theory. No need. Right now, we just want the mechanics. And that's what we're trying to practice, the mechanics. So on the screen right now, you know, is going to be a worksheet so that you can practice and log your progress and your practice schedule so that you can practice this, you know, labs, each one of those labs, 1 through 8. You can practice those labs and to keep, you know, a log of these things and mark your progress. So that way, when we do other types of labs, when we start doing some of the, you know, the 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4 sessions like in the key of A, there's going to be, you know, there's a B minor and a C sharp minor chord. Well, now that you know the fretboard from frets 1 to 5, you know where the C sharp minor chord is. You know where it is. You know that it's on fret 4 on the A string, and you know how to make the minor. You know how to do an A minor bar shape. You do it on fret 4. Magically Delicious becomes C sharp minor. It doesn't get any better than that. So, again, thanks for sticking around. Practice well, and I'll see you soon.